So I'd like to start by saying happy 10th birthday, YouTube. There's gonna be a bunch of videos popping up from random YouTubers talking about what YouTube means to them, and it's all to celebrate YouTube's 10th birthday. And this is gonna be my attempt at one. Right, so time to answer the questions. Why did I start YouTube? The reason I started making YouTube videos was to document my memories that I can look on when I'm a lot older. It's just something that I could look back on in years to come and be like, oh, I look totally different. But eventually I discovered that there was a YouTube community, and that completely changed my whole outlook on what videos were for. So then I started thinking about making videos that would just make people happy or maybe give someone a laugh. That's why I started, and my reasons for continuing I'm sure will be totally different in the future. I just ate toast, so I'm not sure if there's toast all over my face. Blech. Who are my YouTube inspirations? The first actual YouTuber that I started watching that made me realize there was more to YouTube was Shay Carl and the Shaytards, and he was just doing his daily life. I didn't really even know what it was all about or his whole backstory or anything. Later on down the road I came across Olin Rogers and Mike Falzone. They were just kind of putting out their personality, and sometimes it was helping people and other times it was just for entertainment. They were the ones who really started making me think about what kind of impact videos could potentially have. Like with Olin Rogers, he kind of made me feel that it's okay to be a bit weird. Because I've always been a bit weird and I've always looked on it as it's a problem with me. But just watching his videos, it made me feel kind of it's not a problem, it's just part of who I am. And with Mike Falzone, it was kind of I could try and be funny and put my personality into these things, but then there's kind of a chance you could sort of help people with these funny videos as well. So okay, I haven't got it nailed down yet, but that kind of ideal is what I'd like to have more in my videos. So that's why I have him listed as one of my inspirations. There's obviously a bunch more YouTubers I could talk about, but those are the ones that really are at the forefront of my mind right now. So the next question is, who do I inspire? Well, I'm not a super inspirational person, I don't think, but there are two people who I'm pretty sure I've contributed to them starting a YouTube channel. The first one is Declan DeVito. His channel will be up here somewhere. He's probably the first internet friend that I've ever made, just purely through YouTube. He did send me a really nice message one time saying that he wanted to start a channel and he wanted to talk to me about it. We kind of started hanging out eventually, and yeah, I'd like to think I inspired you, Declan. Then there's also my friend Jenny. You can find her channel here. Jennifer. I remember it was me drunkenly having a chat with her about YouTube and stuff. Then I think it was over the next week or something, she wanted to know a little bit more about it, and then she went on to start her channel. And I'm sure I'm not the only person who contributed to her starting a channel. I'm sure there's others out there, but I'd like to think that maybe, I help motivate her to get started a little bit. Like I said, I'm not anyone of huge influence or anything. I don't expect to inspire people, just to, maybe help them a little bit if I can. The next question is an emotional moment to do with YouTube or something like that. I don't know if I've had any major emotional moments because of YouTube, but there's probably been one or two that I've put onto YouTube. The biggest thing I can think of right now is when I cut my hair. That was kind of a big deal, and I live broadcasted it and I put it up on my channel and everything, and it was kind of, a lot of that took place on YouTube. So that's probably the biggest thing I can think of right now. Cheesy as this sounds, I have little emotional moments all the time because of all the nice comments and stuff people put in the comment section. That always makes me kind of happy, and I believe happiness counts as an emotion. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're getting through these questions. The next one is, what does YouTube mean to you? As in me. I guess YouTube and making videos for YouTube, it gives me a way to think about and say what I mean, which is something I have real difficulty with in person. I do find it difficult to say what I mean even in videos, but I've definitely noticed they've helped whenever I try to talk to people and stuff. I'm able to think about things more, just in the format of what way I would edit it in a video, if that makes any sense. It's also kind of been giving me a chance to take pride in something. A lot of my videos are a bit crap, but there is the one or two that I kind of take pride in when I show them to people, that I'm yeah, I made that all by myself. And I don't think I've really ever had anything like that before. And a big reason for doing YouTube and continuing in YouTube, it's really just a kind of way to find people out there who might feel the exact same way I do, or think about something the same way I do. And I guess to put my emotions out there and find people who feel the same way about the same things. And that's always been something that I've struggled with. And now it's kind of I'm finally finding people who are like me a little bit, sort of. Not as weird. Next question is, how did it change my life? The first thing is it kind of gave me something to have in common with other people. I've always had trouble kind of making friends and connecting with people, and this has kind of encouraged me to do that a bit more. It's given me something to be oh, I like doing this, and you like doing this too, and we can talk about that. It's also, right now, in this moment, kind of given me an idea of what I want to do with my life a little bit. What I mean is getting involved in social media and maybe like managing social media for a company or companies. At the moment that's something I'm working towards as a career, and I really feel that YouTube has kind of given me a leg up on that whole thing. Right, so the final question is, how has YouTube shaped my creativity or character or something like that, my views or something? I don't know, I can't remember, I didn't write it down properly. But I guess the biggest thing at the moment that I feel YouTube has done for me is that it's made me want to speak out more about issues that are important to me. And it's something I've only recently started doing that I wouldn't have done before because I didn't want to start a fight with someone, or I wasn't sure if I had the right idea about what was going on. It's kind of made me realize that your ideals and defending them is more important than being afraid of starting fights with people. And it's made me examine and change my own opinions pretty regularly, just with the more I learn and the more I find out. I guess that's kind of more about the internet, but I guess YouTube has been the main thing in particular that has made me really look at myself and how I felt about things and if that was the right thing to do. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I'm just kind of speaking from the heart here. So I'm really curious to see if YouTube's changed any of your lives. If it has, how? So I guess I'm kind of tagging all of you in this video. So the only one of my friends who I know for sure is going to have a happy birthday YouTube video up as well is my buddy Ben. There'll be a link to his channel somewhere on the screen right now. If any of you at home make one of these videos, feel free to put a link down in the comment section below or tweet at me. I'll give it a retweet because I'd really like to see what other people have to say about this stuff. Yeah, you know the drill. Hit the like button if you liked it, share it if you want to show other people it, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. So thanks for watching and happy birthday YouTube. I didn't have a chance to go and get birthday candles or birthday cake, so this is the best you're getting. Sorry, YouTube. Damn it, blew out way too early. Oh.